And welcome to Coachella Valley Weekly's coverage of the 29th Annual Palm Springs International Short Film Festival. I'm here with director Lola Blanc, who is having the world premiere of her film Pruning today at the festival. Thank you so much for talking with us, Lola.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us a little bit about the plot of Pruning.
Yeah, so Pruning is about a far-right political commentator whose rhetoric inspires a mass shooting, and then she has to contend with her conscience in a sort of extreme way. It's a horror film.
And I've seen it. There's definitely some horrific elements into it. What inspired the concept of the story?
I'm very fascinated by some of these figures that we see on television or on YouTube who are kind of spouting really extreme rhetoric or really hateful rhetoric, because I watch them and as I watch them, it tends to strike me that they can't believe everything that they're saying. So I started to wonder, what would it be like if you were saying these things on television, but part of you knew that it was wrong, and what would happen if the worst case scenario happened? How would you deal with that? How would you respond to that? It just was a very interesting character study question for me. Yeah.
And not only are you a director, you have so many other creative outlets, millions of streams on Spotify, podcasting. What got you into the idea of creating a film in the first place?
Oh, great question. So yeah, I come from music originally. I've been doing music my whole life, but I loved making music videos so much, and I started to notice that I would watch directors directing my videos or directing me as an actor and be like, I can do this, and I also have really specific, clear ideas of what I want to see that other people can't necessarily translate in the same way that I can. And I just really, really grew to love filmmaking, and to be honest, right now, directing is my first love. It's not my first love, but it's my most love, I guess.
And with the creative process, is it different every time depending on what medium you're working with?
Yeah, it really just depends. So much of my work will start with just an idea about the world that I want to convey, but then sometimes it's just oh, that would be a cool visual, or that would be a cool sound. It totally depends.
And going back to your film Pruning, do you have a memorable experience or a favorite memory just working on the project?
Ooh, working with Madeline Brewer was just an incredible learning experience, to be honest, because she's just so talented. She's such a force, and I had never worked with actors who brought such a strong point of view to the character, which she did, and that was surprising and challenging in a really good way. So yeah, I think working with her, and then just in general, shoots are stressful. We had to add another day last minute. It was really difficult, but overcoming that with my team was a really amazing experience.
And the world premiere is tonight. What are you looking forward to the most introducing your film to the festival?
Oh, I'm just excited for people to see it. I'm excited. I'm hoping a lot of people turn up because they did last night for the horror block. People do like horror. So yeah, I'm excited for people to just see it and see what they think, and hopefully they like it.
Do you have any film influences or favorite directors that kind of guided you in the process of making the film?
Yeah, for this I was really, there were specific films that we were referencing, Black Swan was sort of a similar character study that I was looking at for this, as well as We Need to Talk About Kevin by Lynn Ramsey. I also just love Michael Haneke. I don't know how much he directly inspired this film, but just in general, I would say those sensibilities are super inspiring to me. I just really love art house, dark directors.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And going forward with future projects, do you have any other projects in the works that fans can look forward to?
Yeah. So, I have a new song coming out that also has a short film music video accompanying it. So it's got dialogue and everything. It's a full-on film. And then after that, the hope is that one of my future scripts I will be able to make one into a feature.
That's excellent. I know you have a very dark aesthetic. Is that something that you want to stay constant in your art, or are you open to new ideas or styles?
I definitely don't want to stay in horror forever, but I will say that my sensibilities are definitely on the darker side. My heart is dark. My next script I'm working on is called Everyone You Love Will Die, so I'm staying in dark territory for sure.
And I also know that you're part of a horror anthology compilation coming up. Is that correct?
I was just an actor in that, but yeah, but that was something that was put together basically as I'm a co-founder of Fatal Collective, this horror collective that we had founded a few years ago of all women horror filmmakers. A bunch of those girls and my very good friends now have a film anthology out in response to Roe v. Wade being overturned. They'll give me in it. And I am in it as an actor. I did not direct the segment because I was making Pruning at the time.
Excellent. Yeah. And so I guess to finish off my interview, do you have a favorite horror movie?
You know, it's not even really horror, but this is just what I always come back to is Funny Games by Michael Haneke. It's really disturbing, and not many movies can disturb me that much, and that's why I love it so much.
Well, thank you again, Lola, for joining us. Where can others find you on social media to keep up with your latest projects?
I am Lola on Instagram, OOHLALOLA, and I'm Ola Lola on Twitter, but I don't go on there very much, so Instagram is where to find me.
Perfect. Excellent. Thank you again, Lola. You can find complete coverage of the Short Film Festival at www.coachellavalleyweekly.com.